Landmines and jellyfish, welcome back to Knives, I guess, and pretend I said something clever. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for a few days, and I just haven't because I've been uploading other stuff, but screw it. So this is kind of more of the working on your stuff thing, and there was a set of 3 cheap Winchester knives from Walmart from way back in the early 2000s. And this is, again, kind of tied back to the video where I explained why I geek out over cheap knives that I can get today. But I borrowed them without permission from a workplace, which was in a pile of stuff labeled Employee of the Month. And at that place, we stole everything that wasn't bolted down. They treated us like crap, so we retaliated. But they were small, and I had 3 of them, and the scales fell off one of them. It was double-sided tape holding the scales on. I kid you not. Double-sided tape for the scales. And I saw that, and I grabbed the other one that I still had and just kind of twisted the scale, and it popped off. More double-sided tape. But me being who I am, I can't let things be what they are. So I decided I'm going to make my own scales, and having not done that before, it seemed interesting. Now, the first one that I did, I wound up using some spalted crosscut dogwood from a tree that I dropped years and years ago. And I saw the tree, and it was full of ants, and it was dead, so I went ahead and cut it down, and we cross-cut it, and we got this out of it. And so I made these. They're epoxied on, and it's not the best epoxy glue up ever. Like, you can kind of see where some of that overrun is. But I did it myself, and these have held on. I'm not going to carry it and beat on it because this is just epoxy. I don't trust it. But I think you can kind of see very faintly. Yeah, there's the Winchester logo. And this is very soft steel. Can you see this? Yeah, the tip bent, and I was doing next to nothing with it. This is very soft steel. But I made this, and I grabbed one that had bolsters on it, and that's the one that I pried the scales off of the second time. And I took some Aluminite resin cast that a friend of mine made, and he was unhappy with the blanks, so he gave them to me, and I figured out how to make something out of them. And I glued these down onto this one. And I really like how this one turned out. And this one hasn't really seen a whole lot of use, so the tip's not bent. It still has the factory edge on it. And, of course, it's a lockback. And these things were just very cool to me, and they're near and dear to me because this is the first time I started experimenting on my own stuff, really. A friend of mine had a different Winchester with broken scales, so I made some out of wood for him, but those screwed on instead of being glued down. And I was really happy with the way this stuff was turning out. And so don't be scared to mess with your stuff, especially if it's cheap and it breaks and you think it's something that might make it interesting. Go for it. Oh, God, look at all that excess glue right there. Yeah, like, it was such a crude job. Such a crude job, and then trying to figure out how to make clearance for the lock on it. But I love these things. I love the fact that I did this. I love the fact that it worked. And now these are things that I can show off as, hey, look at this cool thing that used to be a piece of crap that's still crappy, but it has something cool about it. So, again, thanks for watching the video, guys. Thanks for the new subscribers. We're working our way towards 1,000. But thank you for the comments, and you guys have a nice day.